Hey there, Stampers. Welcome to Friday Live. And this week we are going to scrapbook with the Box of Sunshine June 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit. I am just updating my iPad here. There we go. All right. Make sure my sound is off so I can't hear myself talking. Okay. So I got this earlier this week and I was really hoping it would come in on time so that I could scrapbook with it today. Sunshine Friday, that's right, and it's supposed to be a nice day out today. So this is the Paper Pumpkin Kit for this month. It was designed by Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up! And it includes all of the supplies that you need to create 8 cards, 2 each of 4 different designs. Good morning, everyone. Becky, Mary Liz, Christine, Shirley. So 2 of each of these cards. That one, and that one. So the colors in here are gold, shaded spruce, crushed curry, poppy parade, and black. I just love these backgrounds on these 2 cards right here. Love, love, love those backgrounds. So it's such a bright and cheerful card kit. So I think it's going to be really fun to scrapbook with. So let me show you the contents of the kit. First of all, I love that it includes yellow tissue paper. And I always keep the tissue paper. Sometimes I use it in my scrapbooking and sometimes I use it for something else. Most months, I'm not going to say all months because I'm not sure that every month, but I think most months you do get some dimensionals and mini glue dots so that all you need to provide is scissors and some adhesive. And I just got this in the other day, so I'm going to actually try it today. This is our new Seal adhesive. We have a Seal and a Seal Plus. The Seal Plus is meant to be for, it's a little bit heavier duty, and it's meant to be for like 3D projects or anything that you really, really want to make sure that it sticks. So I'm going to try this and see how it goes, see what I think of it. So inside it talks a little bit about this kit, the Box of Sunshine kit. So what you're intended to do with this box is to, good morning, Mom. Good morning, Sheila. You're intended to use the contents of the kit, and then there are a few extras so that you could decorate the top and then fill it with all kinds of bright and cheery goodies and pass that along to somebody. So you're spreading sunshine, right? So that's the intention behind the box. And then, of course, it comes with instructions. So here's an example of how you could decorate the box afterwards, and a photo of all of the cards. Like I said, you make 8. There's supplies for 8 cards in here. They've got black and white, just step-by-step instructions, and then on the back it tells you what is included in the kit, the coordinating colors, which we've already talked about, and then there are some alternate samples as well. And then comes the good stuff. So this month we got a black ink pad, and I don't usually use my Stampin' Spots. I set those aside and I usually pass them along to new stampers. So I just pulled out my Memento ink to use today. And then we've got some sequins. There's 2 different sizes, and they're kind of like a yellow with a hint of red in them, depending on the light that you're looking at. Actually, in some lights, they kind of have a hint of green too. They're really pretty, and they're self-adhesive, which makes it great. The stamp set this month, let me put that on here so you can see. So we've got this beautiful sunshine image. There's smile. There's a little something to brighten your day. Sending sunshine, hello sunshine, you are loved, and then there's these little just lines. The envelopes are fun this month, so this is what all the envelopes look like. So they've got gold foiling on them. And then, so these are the die cuts. You get this, oh man, I love that, the background on these. Pineapple, you guys know that I love, love, love me some pineapples. We get some lemons and then some leaves. And then there are some labels. Good morning, Amy. So those, and then there's a sheet. These ones are all stickers. So they're a little bit different in size. So, and then this is meant to go over top of the logo on the, over top of this. So this sheet of stickers is meant to be used to decorate your box. Of course, you're not limited to that though. So then we've got the card bases. So we've got one with yellow and red, one, well, I guess they both have yellow and red, one with a little bit more red. I will definitely be cutting those up today. And then we've got two that are gold, one with kind of like a sunburst, and then one with gold stripes. And then there are some black with white polka dot stickers. So these are stickers. So this one is quite large. And then, so there's two of them there. And then there's some smaller ones going down across here. So I will likely be using those as well. I'm going to pull out the one that I've taken some off of. And then the envelopes, I talked about those. So I think that's it. All right, so I'm going to leave all of this stuff out. We'll set the box aside. Okay, so I'm going to keep all of this out because I have no idea what I'm going to end up using and what I'm not going to end up using. Now, I needed a base for my scrapbook page, so I pulled out this paper pack. This is called the Artistry Blooms paper pack. Let me pull it out so that you guys can see what it looks like. It had this gorgeous green toned one, and it's shaded spruce. And it almost looks like a little bit of yellow in it as well. So I think it's going to work perfectly. Like if you look, you put that together, that looks amazing together. So I pulled that one out to use, but let me share the rest that are in here. So we've got this purple and orange one, and then we've got some blues and greens on the back. We've got this purple and pink one, and then some pinks and oranges on the back. Oh, this could work as well. So this one is similar in color to the other one. It just has a little pattern to it. And then on the back, we've got some pinks and purples. We've got some blues on this one, like an ombre kind of look. And then a simple pattern. And then we've got that one and that one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out that other green one just in case I want something with a little bit of pattern. So I will likely use either or one of these, not sure which one. And then of course I pulled out a white card base because you know I like to use white as my base. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, I said to Amy. Good morning, Helena and Kim. Welcome. All right, so we are using this month's paper pumpkin kit for those of you who are just joining in. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking half of a sheet of DSP and then half of the white showing. I do think I like it without the pattern. So I'm kind of thinking like that. I have 3 photos, which kind of printed a little bit wonky this morning, but that's okay. I'm still going to use them. Look at that green, works really well too. I did not plan that. So my husband and I, we are terrible selfie takers, really, really bad selfie takers. We were in Vegreville and we were trying to take a picture of us with the egg in the background. So this one, I got both of our faces in, but there's no egg. And then this one, I got the egg, but I'm kind of cut off. And then we tried again for a third time and it's still, it's even less egg and less of me showing. So we're just going to go with it. So I'm kind of thinking photos kind of along the lines like this, down the center, and then kind of embellishing with these bright, fun pieces kind of up here and over here. And I want to add some of the, so this is kind of my idea. I think my title will go here. Might have to move this up. That might be a bit big for, so that's kind of the idea, kind of decorating it all the way up. Oh, I could put that there, maybe with some leaves. So let me pull in the card bases because I really want to use some of these because they're so great. I might cut a couple little tags. Maybe I'll back. I want to bring in some more of that red. So I might back one of these photos with that red. So I'm going to grab my little paper trimmer and we will start trimming this down. I'll cut this off. So I printed my photos. They are 2.5 inches square with a white border. So, and I think I'm going to make this one my focal point photo. Actually, let's do it this way. So I'm going to have, the bottom is going to be a little bit heavier. Good morning, Karen. The bottom's going to be a little bit heavier because it's going to have the title. It's going to have my focal point photo. So it's basically going to go down like this, almost like an L shape. That's my intention. Okay, so let's give this a shot here. It has a cap. Okay, cap is not attached. It's quite a bit larger. Let me pull out, do I have a snail handy so that I can show you the difference? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I do. So this is the difference in size. So it's quite a bit larger. It does have more adhesive on this. It is refillable. My hand is way too, there's no way that I could hold that. Like, I don't know how you're meant to hold it, but my hand is too small. I can't hold it like that. I have to hold it like this. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's really smooth. And no pressure whatsoever is needed. Okay, so I'm just putting my photo on here, and then I'll use my paper cutter as my guide. Try to make a relatively even border. So I'm not measuring anything. Okay, so I've got that. This I can trim and make as a tag. This might be good to back one of the other photos. It's not full. We'll see. I might still use that. So we've got some red up here. I want to pull in some red on this one. I could do a tag coming out like that. Okay, let's trim this piece of DSP down so that we have a better idea of what it's going to look like. And I'm just going to do it in half. So I'm going to cut it at 6 inches. Yes, Mary Liz, I bet Andrew will like the size. Okay. So that's going to go down like that. All right, so now I want to bring a little bit of color over onto this side. So I think I'm going to do my little standby technique that I like to do and use some packaging and some ink and some water. Let's see if I was not, oh good, I still have water in my mister. Okay, all right. So this is just a 6x8 cello bag that I've trimmed along the bottom and one of the sides so that I can open it up and use that to, should we do some red just to bring in some more of the red? Let's try the red. Okay, so I'm going to take my Poppy Parade ink pad and just smear it on there. And then let's move this out of the way. I'm going to mist this. Quite a bit. And then I'll bring my white cardstock back, and I'm going to remember that half is going to be covered over with the cardstock. So, oh, I wonder if it's going to look Christmassy. No, it shouldn't. We got enough of the yellow in there. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. The first thing I'm going to do, let's move this stuff aside here, is flick. You have to do it quite hard. So I'm getting some splatters, and then I'm going to just kind of roll it on here. I probably should have grabbed a piece of paper towel. All right. So that gives me a little bit of a background. So then I can just take a baby wipe and wipe that clean, and I use it over and over and over again. And it's not super, super wet because we just, we did it really quickly, and it'll dry relatively fast, and it shouldn't ruin. You'll find that it will warp a little bit. The cardstock will warp because you're adding moisture to some white cardstock that isn't meant to take moisture. So it will warp a little bit, but it won't be a ton. Okay? So I'm not going to stick anything down just yet. I'm going to give it a couple minutes to dry. But I'm going to figure out what color I want to do my title, and I will die cut my title while we're waiting for this to dry. So I'm just kind of placing things willy-nilly where I think I would want them. And I love this pineapple, but I don't know, it might be too large. Oh, maybe if I tuck it underneath there. Put this one over here. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and then bring in some more red. Okay, yeah, that doesn't look Christmassy at all. Although there's a little bit of gap there, so I might have to put some embellishments or something, or some layers in between there just to tie everything together. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, so I think I'm going to, I wish I had a little bit more red. I think I'm going to use a combination of these because I think everything else was gold, and I don't know that I want to bring a ton more gold in. Okay. So we're going to set this aside, and I am going to use a new product. Let's cut this. Oh, I might not need that. Let's not cut it. I'm just reaching for it here. Okay, so this is the new Playful Alphabet. Love, love, love it. I was excited to see it because it's a simple font. Love that. And there are doubles of some of the more common letters. So I really, really like that. But what I squealed about when I saw the new catalog is the foam adhesive sheets. So these are little adhesive sheets, or foam adhesive sheets, that are sticky on both sides so that you can create your own foam alphabets. So my title is going to be Selfie Fail. So the first thing I'm going to do before I commit to sticking this to the back of this is I am going to see how much space I'm going to need so that I can conserve my foam sheets. You get, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 6 sheets, and these sheets are about, I don't know, 4 by 4? A little bit bigger, maybe 4.5 by 4.5, to give you an idea of the size, because I know when you're watching a video, sometimes it's not always obvious. Okay, L, F, I, E, and then only one F, A, I, only one L. Okay, so I don't need very much. Let's see. Okay, so now what paper cutter would be best for this? Let's see if this will cut through it. I haven't used these yet, so we'll see how it goes. So this piece measures 4 1/4 inches. So I'm going to do it just slightly smaller than 4 1/4, and was 2 inches enough if I did it this way and this way? Let's do 2 1/4 just to be safe. Oh yeah, that cut through easily. Okay, and then I need to trim it down just a touch so that it doesn't overhang the cardstock, because you don't want it to overhang, because then that stickiness will get all over your plates when you run it through the Big Shot. Okay, so now I'm going to peel the backing off on one side. And I really want to use as much of that red as I can. So I'm going to line it up with this upper corner. Okay, and look at that. I went off the edges. I did what I told you guys not to do. You don't want it don't want it hanging over the edges. Okay, so let's just trim this off. Because once your cutting pads are all gummed up, it's not fun. Okay, there we go. That was an easy fix. Okay, so I will move all of these aside, bring in my Big Shot. Oh, by the way, we got a date on our new die cutting machine, September 1st, I believe it is, that it will be available to customers. So that is very, very exciting. I'm really hoping that this works. I think this is how it's meant to be used, so it should. The scissors, Erica, are from Target. One of my friends went to the States and she brought them back for me because I'm a huge Buffalo Plaid fan. Boy, the magnet still pulls even with that thick foam underneath. Okay, we might not be able to do as many as I thought at once. Let's start with this. Okay. So the letters are coming off really easily. We'll see how well they poke out. Oh, yeah, they poke out really nicely, actually. I guess I should pay attention to what letters I've done here. Okay, so we've got S, E, L, okay, some of them are a little tricky. That F, I just need to trim that, but let's cut the rest of our letters here. So I've got the F. I need two I's. Wow, these are one of the things that I'm looking forward to in the new die cutting machine is that the magnet is all the way, there's no smaller magnets, it's just the magnetic platform is a full sheet of magnet. That just does not want to go there. Okay, selfie, so I need another F. And then I think I've got all the letters. I need F, I, oh, I need another L. Okay. I know, I'm so looking forward to that new magnetic platform. Because the reason why you get the magnet or the dies that pull with this magnetic platform is the magnetic platform isn't a solid magnet. They're magnets kind of spaced evenly throughout. So if you aren't right over top of a magnet, it's pulling towards the closest magnet. Okay, let's get these out of here. Slide those all out of the way. Don't want to lose those. That'd be terrible if I lost one after the first time that I use it. Okay, we'll pull this back in. So it just seems to be the odd letter that you might need to just trim off that backing, but apart from that, it works really well. And now I have my own puffy stickers. I can do them with any pattern paper, any color. I can spell out whatever I want without having to worry about running out of E's or A's. It's gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's because this was at an angle. Maybe that's why. Okay, we're just gonna snip this right out of here. Okay, so I still have a little bit there, so I'll have to do another scrapbook page so I can use that up. All right. Let's just peel that off. Okay, I need somewhere to stick this so that it's not going to stick to my project. Okay, so there's the title. And we've got our green. I think I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use this Sunshine. And I'm going to stamp over the background. It should be dry enough now. I'm going to pull in some of the yellow. So we can slide all of this out of the way. So this is one of the stamps that came out of this month's kit, or came with this month's kit. Okay, I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper, do a couple coming off of the page. And then down here. Yay, your paper pumpkin came early, Kathy. That's awesome. Okay, so we've done that. I still want to add in some more stamping. Now, did I pull out the stamp set? Yes, I did. Here it is. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the word smile. And I might do it in red. And kind of add some in there, but I think I'm going to stamp it off because I know that the red will likely be very bold. I'm going to stamp one of them on my scrap here and just see how, I just stuck my finger in the ink pad, how dark it is. Oh, it might not be too dark. I think my ink pad needs to be inked. Actually, that's okay because this is quite dark anyways. So I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp. Some of these, if not all of them, might end up being covered over, but that's okay. I'm just basically creating my own patterned paper using stamps and ink, which is really fun because you can personalize it, make it whatever you want in any color that you want. Okay, I like that. That looks good. Okay. Now, I think we can start sticking things down. So I'll start obviously with the biggest piece. Because I'm not overly familiar with how sticky this is, I'm going to be pretty generous, but not too generous. It does feel like when I touch it, it feels quite sticky. So I'm not too concerned with things not holding up. Okay, I'll line this up with the left side. All right, and then this was our lower photo. Oh, I've got letters sticking to me. Okay, I'm going to add, I think, tissue paper backing to this one. I think this would be fun, having that bright yellow on there. So let's see here. And I usually do a double layer. So let's see, let's cut a smaller piece here. So what does everybody have planned this weekend? Is anybody doing anything fun for Father's Day? So I'm going to fold this in half and take my focal point photo. Stick it in the corner here. Add a little bit of adhesive. Let's see, this will be a test to see if it tears. Oh, look at that. It does not tear something even as fine as tissue paper. Okay, so stick those two pieces together. And then I'm just gonna freehand cut this. I'm not too concerned with how straight it is. Really, I just want that pop of yellow in behind. I'm not looking for perfection. Look at my hands shake. I am going to trim this one up. This one's a little ragged here. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I think I'm going to stagger my photos so that they're not all in a row. I think that might be better. And I think it might make it easier to add these big embellishments as well. So let's see where I'm going to position everything. I think that one's good up there. And then we'll do some lemons over here. With some leaves. I'm going to use my bone folder and curl up the leaves. Thanks, Mary. Might have to do this way. Otherwise, I'm going to end up putting leaves in Marcel's face. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to trim this in half. Actually, maybe in... yeah, little bit less than half. I'm going to make this a tag. So here's a little tip if you haven't seen me do this before, or if you haven't heard this tip. If you're freehand cutting a tag, you can cut that at an angle and use that piece that you've cut off, flip it over upside down and put it in the corner, in the opposite corner, and then use that as a guide. And then you have something that is relatively even on both sides. So I'm thinking that will go there. I want some twine or something to go in there. Maybe we'll use some linen thread. Let's see. Since we don't have white baker's twine anymore. Okay, let's punch a hole in here. Actually, no, I think I'm going to do a bow. All right. Okay, so that'll go in there. That'll pull in some more of that red. I can do another one, maybe down here or up here. Okay, let's figure out what we're going to do with our title here. Selfie. going to do it like that. Actually, I might bring this down here. Make that another tag off the bottom just to pull in some more of that red. I really want there to be more red down here. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this one. This piece ends up being a little bit larger than that one, but I'm going to create a tag just like I did. And then do I want to do another bow? If I do another bow, I feel like I need to add a third bow. No. I'm going to punch a hole and feed the ribbon through. Just grabbing my paper punch here. Okay. So I just used an 1/8 of an inch punch. I'll cut a length of ribbon, or not ribbon, baker's twine. Fold it in half and then feed it from the front, feed the fold through from the front to the back, and then feed those two ends through. I think I might do it for that as well. I think I'm liking the twine over the hanging ends rather than the bow. Just makes it look a little bit more casual. Okay, so this is going to go off the bottom of the page. Like that. And then let's stick this down so that I can use that as my guide for my title. Okay, you know what? See, I spoke too soon. I do really like this adhesive. It rolls on so nicely. So I'm curious to see as you use it, as it gets closer to the end of the roll, if it gets a little harder to use, because do you guys know, like fast fuse towards the end, it would get a little bit tight. So I'm wondering if it's going to be similar to that, or okay. All right, so now I'm going to just peel off the backing and commit to my letters. This foam is really sticky as well. If you haven't tried the foam yet, it actually sticks really, really well. Love it. Mary Liz, you're working in your backyard, you're relaxing and crafting this weekend. That sounds like a good weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful this weekend, I believe, last I checked. All right, so we've got the first word on there, and then I'm going to line up the second word so that it lines up with the last letter, and so that it's also touching this, so this doesn't look like it's doesn't belong. Okay, I have a feeling I am going to use a lot of this foam. I might need to stock up on it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop out the center of the A here. We don't need that. Mary Liz, I would think so. I don't think that they would release something in the catalog that wouldn't work in the new die machine. So I would think that the new machine will be able to handle this just fine. Both the mini and the regular machine. Oh, I should stipulate that it will just be the regular machine that is available September 1st, not the mini machine. We don't have a date on the mini machine yet. Okay. So let's punch a hole. Let's switch this. Oh, front to back. Oh, is that the one you wanted? You wanted the mini one, Mary Liz? The mini one, they're hoping by the end of the year, but they're not promising anything because of everything that's going on. So, okay, so let's stick this guy down. And then this might pop this up using dimensionals. Gotta figure out where I'm going to add my journaling. Haven't thought of that yet. Okay, and then this guy will attach this to the back of this. And so I don't want it, I want it a little bit further out. I want to make sure that I don't have this edge lined up with this edge because I do want them to look like I'm not trying to line them up. One thing I keep forgetting that you just lift, you don't flick. I'm so used to using fast fuse. Okay, I think that looks, does that look straight? I think so. All right, now we'll attach these leaves to the back of our lemons. This is such a fun kit. Love all the colors in here. Okay, before I commit to this, where am I going to put this pineapple? Maybe I need to put my lemons over here, pineapple over here. Let's see. Do I do it like that? Or like that? Pineapple on the left or pineapple on the right? Let's see what other words are in this stamp set here. You are loved, sunshine. Okay, I'm wondering, let me see here. Wondering if I did a little crumply bit. And okay. Okay, everybody's saying the left. All right. So I am going to, did I stick this down? Yeah, okay, everything's stuck down. I'm gonna trim this off and the bottom tag. I might actually want to use this either one of these or maybe even both of them on something here. Mary Liz, they will post if there's extras. I think it's the the 20 something. They post if there's extras. I think it'll be next week. I think it's too early. I don't think it'll be today. So they haven't said that there wouldn't be, so I would imagine that there would be. Okay, so I could create, like I'm thinking, if I did like a little ruffle with the tissue paper, although I might have to do it up here because I've got tissue paper here. If I did a little ruffle, and then I could do a little cluster here, that would be cute. Okay, let's add our lemons first. Let's take care of this. I'm going to pop them up. Yes, that's right. This kit is one of the 2 that they're making available globally to other markets. It will be available, I think Amy said in August, to other markets, which is very exciting for them because I always feel bad that they don't have the opportunity to purchase these kits, especially how fabulous they've been lately. So I think this one, and I think there's one that I think will be available in the fall for them. I want to say November. Cute. Okay, we'll add some adhesive here. Straight? No, I think I would do want it at an angle. Okay, and then I am going to add a little bit of adhesive down here. And I might just cut a longer strip here. So I'm cutting about a 1-inch strip, and I'm going to kind of create like a little ruffle. So I'm folding it back and forth on itself. Just like that. Okay, and then I'll trim this. And flip this over, trim off the excess, and then I'll add that little piece of sun that I have left. It's always fun to try to find creative ways to use everything that comes in the kit. Oh, I just realized I haven't used any of that the black stickers here. I wonder if I used a little. It's almost too harsh because I haven't used black anywhere else. I think I'll pass on using the black. So then this will go on here like that. And then I think I'll add some sequins and figure out where I'm going to do my journaling. Let's see. I have this guy. I feel like I need to bring in a little bit more red over here, or maybe some of the twine. Let's see. Oh, I know what I could do. Okay, so I've wrapped this, I've taken a little bit of twine and kind of wrapped it around my fingers. And no, that really does look better if it's up. No, that's not going to work. Okay, where are my sequins here? Oh, I know how I could bring in some red. I could stamp one of the words in red. It's too big. Nope. Okay, sequence. I'm loving how it looks. Is the new tape the same width? Good question. Let's see. Where's my snail? Yes. Actually, it might be just a smidge wider. Very, very minimal. Okay, so let's add some sequence. Can't get much better than self-adhesive sequence. Sure makes things easy. Okay, and then I'll do a couple up here. I think I'm done. So, as far as journaling, oh, that's a good question. I don't want to do it down here because I think that would be too heavy. I've got more, I could do it right here, but I think I've got more to say than that. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to say first, and then I'll decide. If there's enough room, I might do it in here, and so start just underneath this photo and go all the way across. If not, I might do it kind of down this way. So I will, once I add the journaling, I'll take a photo and post it so that you guys can see the final layout. But I love how it came together. It's just so fun and bright and cheerful. I definitely want to do a couple other things with this kit as far as scrapbooking goes. It's really, really fun. And I love that this paper worked out so well with it. It seems to be perfect with it. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I'm just going back and looking at the comments here. Oh, Reg says it would be nice if the kits came in French. Yeah. I mean, maybe down the road you might be able to. I'm not sure. It's hard to say because if it becomes, like, I wonder if they're checking to see how popular it will be in the other markets, and then maybe down the road it might be available, but I don't know because then that would require so many other details that need to be worked out, right? So yeah, we'll have to see if they do end up branching out in different languages. Yeah, the colors, yeah, it really works with the photos, hey? Like it kind of bright and cheery and kind of fun, which, I mean, the photos, yeah, trying to take a selfie, man, it's ridiculous. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a fabulous weekend. Oh, they said no, Reg? Oh, that's too bad. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you next week. I will likely throw in an extra Facebook Live next week. I'm going to do a scrapbooking related one. I just don't know when it will be, but I'll give you guys enough notice so that you can plan to watch if you're available. All right, take care. Bye, guys.